to Blofin or the what's it called? The referral link that you can use to get in here. Take advantage of Blofin, VC Crypto Nation, but we'll post it in the video at the end here. So first things first, man. So Jim is on our inside our ear here. We're gonna walk him through here. So from your funding account, you want to transfer over your funds into your funding to your futures, and that's pretty much it. Once you do that, top left, you look for futures. Ah. Now you can see right here, Jim, you see the futures up there? So we're going to put in futures, trade your futures, right? Now when that happens is that's going to take us to our futures trading page. And now we're in a scenario where we should see on the middle right under create order, you're going to have isolated. You want to make sure that you're on isolated, always on isolated, never use cross. And then it has the times, right? 1 time, 2 time, 3 times, 50 times, up to 150, right? So we can pick whatever leverage we want here on Bitcoin. Uh, but we're not sure. We'll pick a different coin as we trade. But the first things first is you should see your balance there underneath create order under the slider. There should be available. That's going to be the amount of money inside your wallet to the right.
And bones.
So now to place orders, right, or to get into trades, let's dig in here and let's take a look at Ethereum since we're already kind of like digging into Ethereum here. And normally here, I don't want to trade against my 1 hour unless it's heading down. Let's see what the 2 hour is. 2 hour. No, check out the 4 hour. Let's see if we have any more space here for Ethereum to go down. It's all starting to bend here, but it can continue down here. So right now, Ethereum's in a short downward movement. But we're gonna move over here to the um, smaller time frames, just to find these aren't trades that we teach in the academy, but I just want to get you used to making trades, right? So here we can see that we're headed towards a 3-minute moon here, which is what we need to confirm a 3-minute moon. So let's work on a long here, right? So we're going to take that Ethereum. So the coin that we're going to trade is you go to ETH, right? Ethereum. That's going to pull it up inside of the, and make sure you're always using the right one. There's different ones here, but we're going to trade Ethereum. Now, when we pull it up, we can see here that we put it on the chart on the top left, and now it's on our chart here. Now, how to process a trade here, right? So this is basically just making a trade. You want to make sure you're on isolated, then the percent, right? So we're going to average about 50% on here. I don't know if they have a way you can type in the amount you want, 40x. Let's see if that worked. So you can type in. So type in 40x leverage. All right, so all I did was click on my, you see how I got to my leverage there, isolated leverage to the right of that. And you see how I put 40 there? I just put 40 instead of that, right? So then boom, and then I can see that it's confirming it because you can see isolated 40x, right? Now, the amount that you have available in your wallet, that slider is going to be used to on how much of that you want to use, right? So since we're doing $10 trades, this would be for me 20 for me it would be 25% of the $40 bag in there. And then all that happens is when you do that, you would just hit the button that says buy long. And what's going to do is going to order confirmation is Ethereum buying at 40% isolated. That's correct. You hit confirm, right? And that should place an order for you here, right? Now, this is where this is the easiest way to do it because this is set on market, right? And what market is, it's basically just buying on the market price. So you see all these prices here on this area here. So this is the market.
Yeah.
So these are the current, right? So sometimes there's to the right of it is the amount of ETH, how much they have, how much they're selling, etc. And if one guy doesn't have enough to fill an order, then they're going to use another guy to fill the order. So you might get some from one guy, some from another, right? And they'll have different prices on it. So when you say market, market's just going to take the market price of whatever's fluctuating at the time. That's what it's going to do. Now, let's say if you want to be a little more precise, this takes a little more practice. You would change that to limit. Okay. Now, what that means is when you click limit, you can now see from going from market, instead of just having the amount of ETH you want to buy or a slider that you have of your available wallet, once you hit limit, it opens up a thing that says price. And what that means is you're basically able to put the price that you want here, right? So on market, it doesn't ask you about price because it's going to take the market price. So whatever the market price is over here on the left of these moving boxes, it's going to take the whatever it can sell. It's just gonna buy whatever you want it to buy, the amount that you want it to buy, and it's going to have random prices. Now, when we move this to limit, this is going to mean that limit means that we're going to set the price on the limit, meaning that we get to decide the price. So when you do hit limit, you can see that the price is the actual price that it is right now, 29.78. It always puts in the price that it's looking at, right? And then you have this thing right here, buy at best offer price or sell at best price, right? So you can click that, and this is best bid offer, right? This is the best way to do it because now when you go to limit, it's going to look for the best. Now, I haven't seen this on any other exchanges except Blofin, but now it's going to buy the best bid offer, meaning that it's going to analyze over here the best price for you, and it's going to go buy it. So I'm going to buy another $10 of the best price, right? All right, so let's go over here. I'm gonna hit that little best buy and then confirm it, right? And now what that's gonna do is buy me a better price, the best price that's available on this current open market, right? That's the easiest way to do this. Now, a lot of exchanges that we use, like MEXC and all that, they actually don't have the buy the best bid offer. They just have the current price, right? And how that works is if you put a limit price and say I'm buying a limit price at 2977, right? If that particular price changes and goes higher than that price, then it actually won't buy at that price because the price I have is 2977. Give me 1 minute, boss. But let's say the price goes to 29.79, right? Because it's $2 more than what I'm offering, it won't actually create my order because at that time I have a lower price, right? So it's going to pick up at my price. And then that just means I have to wait for the price to either pull back to the level of the my limit order, or if it never goes back down to that level, and then I never get into my trade. So that's the risk of using a limit order, right? Now, a lot of times you want to make sure that you get into the limit order. Let's say that I hit market, I hit limit, and the price is 29.75. If I want to make sure that I get into the limit order, I would put 85. I would put a higher price than the current price. And then what it would do is it would buy down into the current price. So it would buy at 29.74 and etc. But it would work its way, downwards, right? So it's not buying everything at 29.84. It's actually buying down to the current price. But by having the higher limit price up here, it just allows my order to get filled, right? So it's kind of like I'm creating a market order, but I'm I'm telling it to have a specific price it will go up to and buy below that price, right? Cool thing about Blowfin is you don't need to worry about that. You just hit buy your best bid offer, and that's pretty much it. And once that happens, you can see here that we have an open position for Ethereum. We have a 40x. We have our average price that we entered, and then we have our margin, and then we can see right here in our profit and loss our percentages of how we're making money. So that's the first side of getting into a Blowfin order. It's really that simple. And then closing out of the Blowfin is just sliding over here, and you have where you can close your position right here. Close all, reverse. You can close all your positions. You can reverse your position, etc. So let's say if I want to close my position, amount of contracts must be positive trigger. So we can click over here, and then we can make our decisions on whether or not we're closing. So this is the amount of the price it is. I can put the amount that I want to close. Let's say if I want to close 50% of my position, then you can see my price or my amount that I was in went down by half. If I want to close my full position, right? I can close my full position if I want it, right? So if you hit market and you hit close, you close 100% of your position. It closes at a market price, and that's kind of what that is. Cosmos, you got to make sure anytime you're inside the server, you're on mute. Otherwise, you have to server mute you, and I might forget to put you back on. But that's how you close out your position. So we're gonna go into more of those closes, but that's how you buy a position. That makes sense?
Yes, that seems
Okay. Pretty simple.
pretty
All right, so I'm close this video real quick. This is how to buy a position